OK, breaking news. Those figures just in. Ofgem have announced they are lowering the energy price cap from $4,279 to $3,280 for the average household. What does this mean for all of us? Let's speak now to the consumer champion, Will Hodson, who joins us again in the studio. Looks like good news, but actually, for average Joe, we'll see no difference in what we're paying.
That's right, because there are two layers of protection for the British consumer when it comes to energy bills. What we're talking about here is the Ofgem price cap. That follows wholesale prices. And the problem is wholesale prices went out of control last year. So the government stepped in and said you won't be paying £4,000, £5,000, £6,000. Instead, you'll pay the rates under our energy price guarantee if they are lower. And they are lower. They're still lower, so that's what we're paying. But the controversy, and what's going to leave people scratching their heads this morning is, whilst the Ofgem price cap has gone down by £1,000 per year, from April, the energy price guarantee is going to go up by £500 a year. OK, so that will only be for, 2 or 3 months before it sort of...
That's
for a quarter. That's for a quarter.
OK.
If you were to look into your crystal ball to see what's going to happen to wholesale prices in the future, it looks very, very likely that from the autumn, the energy price guarantee is going to be effectively over because the Ofgem price cap is going to dip below the level of the energy price guarantee. Now, this is significant because it means the government will no longer have to subsidise our energy bills. Now, that implies that maybe there's more money in the coffers than we thought for the government to maintain the current rates of the energy price guarantee rather than putting them up by £500.
Yes, so that's a 20% increase. And for an ordinary person, that's, I mean, already people are making difficult choices, aren't they, about how to heat and whether to eat or heat, you know, at the moment. And so that seems like a sensible move, perhaps, from the Treasury to extend it. There are calls for that. Yeah,
exactly. So, I mean... You have to put yourself in the shoes, if you will, of Jeremy Hunt, who's called in by Liz Truss last year to be Chancellor, and it's a point of absolute panic. There's been a run on the pound, and a large part of the reason for that was we had this energy price guarantee, which stood to keep bills at £2,500 for 2 years for every house in the country when the wholesale prices looked as though they should cost £5,000, £6,000. That's why he said, we've got to put the energy price guarantee up because we're exposed. Now, because the wholesale prices have come down, the exposure has come down dramatically. The energy price guarantee could still cost £30 billion for the government, but it looked like it might top £100 billion. I think there is therefore headroom for the government to be a bit more generous and freeze these rates, as you suggest, Isabel, for another 3 months.